Okay, today we're going to take a peek at the Century Arms AP-5 9mm. It's supposed to be a takeoff of the MP-5, but of course a semi-automatic version. And so we're going to take it down, clean it, get it back together. Very, very simple process. What you want to do is obviously we're going to make the gun safe first. So 0 is safe on this firearm, 1 is fire. I've already taken the magazine out. The magazine release is right here, and this one has a kind of like a Ruger type down here too. But if you push that, the magazine comes out. We're going to lock it to the rear, lock the bolt. So grab the charging handle, flip it up. That locks the bolt to the rear. We're going to look inside, make sure we can see daylight in there. All right, so we know there's no magazine. Visually check the chamber, stick your finger in, chamber's clear. Okay, now with that said, we're going to put the bolt back forward. They actually tell you to smack it. It's the fun part, I guess, right? Smacking that thing down. All right, so the bolt is now forward. We're going to go and take the butt plate off, which is this right here. If the bolt's back when you take the butt plate off, parts will go shooting across the room, so definitely don't want to do that. It'll be a little under a very slight amount of, as you can see, there's very little amount of pressure on here when the bolt is forward. If you have a hard time getting these guys out, just get yourself a piece of plastic, prod it out. Okay, take the butt plate off. Once the butt plate's off, the bolt will come out. Take the front pin out, you just push it from the other side, and that comes off. And there's your breakdown. Quick and to the point. Okay, just like cleaning any other gun, take the cleaner of your choice, spray it down in there. Take a cloth, wipe it down, get inside that chamber a little bit as well. Okay. If you've watched my videos, I'm a fan of these snake devices. There's Viper, boar snake, tons of them out there. Pick the flavor of your choice. There's a link down below in the description if you need to find any of this stuff. And you only need 1 or 2 passes to go through here and it should be good to go. And then hold the barrel up to a bright light. Once you hold the barrel up to a bright light, just look down into the barrel. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Well, let's try the other way. And if it's good and shiny in there, you can usually see pits and stuff like that if there's any garbage in there. So that looks pretty good to me. So same thing with your bolt, spray it down. Grab yourself your brush. Scrub it up. Get your rag or a cotton patch. Let's get all the gunk and grime off of there. Okay. Then I'll take the butt plate. Just make sure if there's any grime and grit in there, we take that off too. This is a plastic. I'm not a fan of using brass on plastic. You might want to use a nylon brush for this, but I got my trusty dental tool, which I love, these plastic tools, and you can just scrape off the gunk as well, like so. Okay, now when it comes to lubrication, if you've seen any of my videos, metal on metal, it gets lubricated. Okay, we'll start with the hammer. Just a drop or 2 of oil on the hammer, and then a drop or 2 of oil on the trigger. That's why I love these needles. They make it so much easier. Okay, we'll put that to the side. Go ahead and put some oil in the bolt carrier assembly. Remember, wherever metal is going to touch metal, you want to get at least a drop on there. And there's a lot of metal on this guy. You don't have to coat the ever-loving crap out of it. Just put enough on there so it'll slide back and forth smoothly. Okay. I'm going to take this guy and we're going to put it right back where it came from. Like so. Wipe some of the oil off my gloves. Take the lower receiver, plug it back in there. First pin. Try to put the pins in the same way they came out. And then these guys are going to go in the opposite direction with the butt plate. So we're going to put the butt plate on. Okay. Top pin. You got to push this down a little bit because it's under a hair of pressure. That's the first pin. Second pin goes right down here underneath. Okay, she's back together. Put a couple drops of oil here just to make sure we got it. And rub it with your finger. And then we want to get the charging handle good. Pull the charging handle back a few times. That'll work for me. There's also one more place you want to oil. It's right in the top here. Just to be sure, in case you missed it earlier. And wipe this guy down. If you've seen my previous videos, if I'm going to get this to a customer, or if I go to set it in my safe, I like to use just a silicone wipe down, right? Helps with any corrosion. We're in Florida, so things like to rust. So go ahead and give her a good wiping down. Plastic, metal, don't really care. Just wipe down the whole thing so it looks nice. So when my client comes to pick it up, they will be all kinds of happy with it. And there you have it. That was the takedown, or field strip if you'd like to call it. Just a field strip of the Century Arms AP-5. If you want to help out a small veteran-owned business, feel free to click the subscribe button. Check that bell if you want to be notified when the other videos come out. We're going to be adding a lot more content soon around not just the cleaning and reviews, but we're also going to be doing some things around the Second Amendment, different laws around the country, what's being passed, what's not being passed, so you can keep an eye on your rights and reach out to the right people when you need to. So thanks for your time. Train hard. Stay safe.